Yeah, 28 grams of moss, 28 grams of moss. Little beef of the kings, little beef of the kings. Y'all ain't ready for this, y'all ain't ready for this. Yeah. I'm the champion, I'm the champion, I'm the champion, don't know why you cats wanna wait to beat, but it's sweet just to give you cats a chance to eat. What you got for early getting finished the plate? Now that I'm back, you rap cats are gonna have to wait. Been gone a whole year, still nobody got the leadership or the heart to even feel my spot. I'm the champion, must I say it again? The best in this rap game and I continue to win. See, I'm allergic to that, losing makes me sneeze. Like you phony rap cat, about to make me squeeze. Bring your whole crew, nigga, I'ma swallow that. So when it pops off, A&T is on a holler back. It's 28 grams, nigga. I've been running this shit. So anything in front of me can fuck around and get hit. I follow you rap cats, so you niggas my sons and I'm the truth. Why? Cause I'm the motherfucking champion. I'm the champion. I'm the champion. I'm the champion. Still rep the A&T, but I carry my throne. God bless is the child that can hold it on. And I am that child, as you niggas can see. Cause ain't another rapper out there better than me. And this goes to anybody trying to steal my spot. I'm number one in this shit, so number one you got. So when you gas scream, y'all is the best, I laugh. Like really, you cats don't really know the how. You do the math, and that's yourself who really great. Then add it up and watch it equal up to 28. So that's the little cats know who really the done. I'm overall, I let you niggas fight for number one. See, I put that on my life, put that on my son. Gotta stay the best of people leaking trade love. And my throne and I'm the key. You can put that on my heart and I'm the God. Cause I'm the motherfucking champion.
Legacy Unlocked. When you're locked out of your vehicle, can't get in your car, call Legacy. Serving West Palm Beach and surrounding cities. That's area code 229-630-7615. Available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Have you been denied disability, social security, or custodianship of your children? Call Antonio Williams. He has the knowledge and experience to fight the government on your behalf. Let him represent you. That's Antonio Williams, your non-legal attorney consultant.
Just in time accessories. We have the bling and everything in between. Tayama Copeland is your independent paparazzi consultant. Everything is only $5. You can catch Tayama on Facebook Live at Tayama Copeland, or you can find her at www.justintimeaccessories. Just in time accessories. We have the bling and everything in between. Check it out. Just in time accessories. We have the bling and everything in between. Tayama Copeland is your independent paparazzi consultant. Everything is only $5. You can catch Tayama on Facebook Live at Tayama Copeland, or you can find her at
Good evening here. Everybody, get in here. Call your friends, call your neighbors, call your enemies. Let them know that the ATL show is on. Get in here. Good evening, everybody. Welcome. I'm yours truly, Mr. Anthony Brown. Welcome to the Anthony Brown Show, this segment that we call the ATL. If you're new to the channel, definitely hit that subscribe button. Subscribe. It costs you nothing to subscribe. It's absolutely free. When you subscribe, also click the bell. That way you'll be notified every time we go live or post any information on this channel. Hit the thumbs up button. That lets us know that you appreciate what we're doing. And YouTube will then share our shows with other people with similar interests as yours. And of course, if you comment, we'll read your comments live here on the air and respond accordingly. But in the meantime, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. What you waiting for? Subscribe. Costs nothing. We have a beautiful show lined up for this evening. I'm joined by none other than Tyson's mama, the very lovely Tayama Sweetness.
Hello, beautiful folks. Y'all hear Mr. Tyson?
Tyson, Ty.
He look like a scarecrow right now. Okay.
I'm also joined by my brother, who looking like Stevie Wonder, but Legacy the Great.
You on mute. You take off
I,
them
s-
shades, you'll see you muted.
I said ATL in the hose.
Oh.
uh, there's a time.
Not ATL in the hose.
Yes, just a moment. Also, we're looking, searching for some plump, moist, voluptuous cakes. And I searched all over. Duncan Hines didn't have them, neither did Sarah Lee. But I think I found them. And yours truly, Miss Juicy Cakes. Juicy Cakes, where art thou, my juicy cakes? Where's Miss Blessings? Anywho, moving right along. Saw her backstage, but now I don't see her at all. How everybody's day going so far?
It's been a long, exhausting day. Very, very, very long. I left this morning. I'm just not getting back home.
Wow.
But it was
It's,
very productive.
So was it
mine was very long. Um, I'm gonna say some production came from it. I'm still in the process of trying to get me a vehicle, and it's just long drawn out, and so I'm just taking it day by day till I accomplish what it is I need to get accomplished, so I can get back on track.
well? You know,
Say what?
Rome was built.
In a day. But I'll tell you one thing though, I'm definitely tired of rebuilding.
You know why you keep rebuilding?
Please tell me.
Because you use a used part.
You can get brand new parts and still have to do reconstruction.
Maybe so. That's why you rebuild.
Huh?
The sound real crazy.
But it's not my phone.
Blessings, everybody. Sorry I missed the introduction. I'm getting together.
Hold on.
It's not.
Okay, now we don't hear it.
Yeah, I don't hear it now, but it was something.
It was Legacy. He said it wasn't his, but now he's off and we don't hear him.
Gotcha. So
that means it's his.
I wait till somebody else come back so you won't be by yourself. I gotta just dry my face and comb my hair down, and then I'll be show ready.
You can go ahead.
Are we on live?
We are definitely live.
Okay, then no, I will wait. There, look, right on time, right on time. I just love you, girl.
What happened?
She didn't want to leave me by myself.
Y'all so funny.
She thought I was scared of the dog.
Child. Tell her the show gonna go on.
Okay.
No, but I'm just thinking about the boogeyman. You know, they be coming out the closet and under the bed.
Child, that boogeyman run up on that 6'3", he gonna run the other way.
Hello.
Honey. You see Tony, you be like, nah, I don't think you really want to try that.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when he stand up. Hey, look, when he sit down, you might want to try him. But when he stand up, you be like, you know what? Never mind. I'll go the other way. I try something different, Satan. You tried it.
Okay. Yes. When you run up over here,
First off,
Satan, mind your business. Mind your business right now, Satan.
that's what they're gonna get.
You're so funny. Legacy is trying to get a new car or he's fixing the other car.
Um, don't start me the line.
Oh.
Hold on.
Hey, hello there, my friend. I just want to talk to you. Can I take just 1 minute at a time? This is Ministry Moment with Apostle D-Lo. I just want to let you know today that the spirit of fear will grip you. The spirit of fear can hold on to you. But the word of God tells us in 2 Timothy 1:7, for God hath not given us the spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of a sound mind. You got to understand that fear is nothing. You can conquer fear if you believe and trust in God and know that He's giving you power, He's giving you love, and He's giving you a sound mind. My God, what a gift. A gift to overcome fear, a gift to overcome anxiety, a gift to overcome depression is the fact that we know that God didn't give us this spirit. It didn't come from Him. It came from the enemy that tried to block you, mess you up, jack you up in all kinds of ways. But today I'm telling you, and I decree and declare over you, my brothers and sisters, that you can overcome fear. You can overcome doubt. You can overcome anxiety, because he that overcometh the world is in you and he lives in you. All right. I love you so much. Thank you so much for listening to me just for this moment right here on the Ministry Moment with Apostle D-Lo. You can find me on YouTube at D-Lo Productions or on Facebook at Donnell and Low. I love you, and ain't nothing you can do about it. Remember, you can overcome fear, and fear won't overcome you. God bless.
And on that note,
Oh, that's cute.
yes, indeed.
We're doing inspirationals.
I like it. And you know, we were talking today about the spirit of fear and how it's the energy of the devil, not the blessing of God. So that was right on time.
Okay, won't he do it?
Yes. Legacy, you fixing your car or you trying to get a new car?
Get something else. My truck is unfixable.
Is it bike down here?
Oh no, it was gonna cost almost $500 to get that towed down here. I don't know what's going on, but I've changed phones, and it's like
Good.
every time we all get ready to talk, it sounds robotic. So
You're good now.
I can't hear nobody, and I mean, it just sounds robotic when everybody else talking toward me.
Testing 1, 2, 3. Do you hear me now?
Yeah, but you sound robotic.
And I sound robotic too?
Yeah.
I'm gonna do the robot in a second. So
You a little bit clearer now, Juicy. Say something, Thelma.
Everything's gonna work itself out.
Well, that definitely sounds clear. Say something again, Tony.
Say something again.
It sounds clear now.
Good.
Okay.
Your phone didn't want Juicy to do the robot.
Your phone said, hell no.
That's all right, old phone hater.
Well, looks like somebody had a wonderful time this evening. She went to
Yes, my niecey Pooh went to her dance, child.
That's my niece.
Yeah.
You ain't told me nothing about that, Thelma.
Let me tell you, I've been so busy. Like, bro, I've been so busy on top of busy and busy. Like, for real busy.
on that picture right there, honey. She got her hand up on her hip. When she dip, you dip, we dip.
Child, my baby had her first sew in, got on her heel.
You better not do now damn dip. Not now dip.
I know she was in that dance just dipping it and dropping it and doing splits.
Let me tell you, I bet she was. My butt should have been a chaperone.
Who was the chaperone?
Trista.
Oh yeah, she was dipping.
Oh,
Hey, look, you ain't say a word to her, so. But
She
my baby
dropped it all
first
down.
sew in, she didn't know how to act. She was going for Janet Jackson, a look that Janet Jackson had on some video. I
well,
was
she
like,
did
get it,
it.
girl.
She
Get
did
it.
it.
Yes, and with her hair being sewed in, I mean, she was slinging hair, and she
What?
know it wasn't going nowhere.
Honey. Little
She was
mama.
just in. She was in there enjoying herself. She wasn't doing none of that stuff you're saying, Tony.
She did all that and then some.
Because she was afraid Uncle Legacy might pull up the Coachella.
You goddamn right. I would have told your sister, don't worry about it, baby. I chaperone. I wasn't chaperoning but one person.
Okay. Excuse me, young man. You're a little bit too close for my liking.
Why you look at that beautiful girl right there. I see you, girly girl.
Yeah, she had a ball.
Tony, let me tell you what you gotta do.
What's
You
that?
want to hear some funny stories? Go over to Teyama Mama
I done said over
and
there
let her
before.
tell you about how she used to whoop ass. Teyama daddy used to get his ass whooped too. Teyama mama probably could have gave Mike Tyson a run for his money.
I just talked to her the other day, and she was telling me how she beat Tyson ass.
You still no? You know what I'm talking about? Listen, I'm talking about Mike Tyson, not Ty Tyson. I'm talking about the Mike Tyson.
Oh,
The one who bite people's ears, Tyson.
yo.
she
He was
don't bite
sticking
his
and moving.
Listen, when she told this one story about them people had them show that tell my daddy out his check or held it or something. No, the check had bounced. They wrote him a check that bounced. Let me tell you how she wanted to transform into the Incredible She-Hulk. She say once that check bounced, she took the check back out the hand of the people who had it at the bank. Got in a cab. Was going, I think it was Mar-a-Lago or somewhere where the way Donald Trump was. And you
Yep.
know you gotta go across the bridge. You know where the bridge is, right?
Mm-hmm.
She says she told the cab driver to let her off at the beginning of the bridge. He ain't gotta even take her across the bridge. Cause she know it's gonna be a little walk, it's hot, and she wanna be mad as hell by the time she get there. She say by the time she got on, she say by the time she got across that bridge, that she ain't opened the door. She didn't push the door open. She kicked that mother in. Boom! Somebody better correct this guy. Check it, I mean it now. She told him, they told her, somebody called the police. She said, yeah, by the time the police get here, I'll be done tore this whole damn place apart. She said the man went in. She said the man went in the vault and went to taking money. How much was it? How much was it? So she told him, and I need extra for my cab fee. And I need extra for my time. So the people gave her money. She gave them their check and went on home. So her husband had the job and everything when he came back. Said, but that check ain't never bounced no more.
They won't deal with her.
Robotic again, Tony.
They didn't want to deal with her.
Yeah, they didn't want to deal with her. That's how people see Tayama when she coming there with all that stuff.
But it gets the job done. That's all I can tell you.
When
I tell you, I literally, let me tell you, I went with someone. They basically was injured, and the job basically was like they wasn't gonna pay them the MFL or whatever it was. By the time I went to going to make the paper, getting the paperwork that they needed to know that, oh no, you gonna bite this up or something. Listen, that shit.
Tony, that ain't all. That ain't all that went on that day. That ain't all that went on that
day. He just telling everything. Go ahead, Mr. Tell It.
In the middle of hearing that story, these people were playing with Tayama Mama car insurance. I'm talking about they got money everywhere. I'm talking about all over the place because they don't want to end up paying. And they know that you got to have something done before the end of this time expires, or they don't have to pay anything at all. Tayama let Mama just do her thing. Till Tayama just got fed up. Just give me the phone. Just give me the phone. When Tayama got on that phone. Yeah, Tony, you think I'm telling you that one at that bottom is 5 times worse than me. When Tayama got off the phone with them people, the check that they supposed to have been sent out that they hadn't sent out or something, now it just miraculously is on its way. Don't worry about nothing. Everything's on time. Okay, then just make sure that gets where it's supposed to get. And then she called them people who kept playing with the check and told them if they ain't have that rectified by a certain time because she got the proof on her phone now that it's been sent, next time no emails just start coming through the phone. Beep, 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 beep. God damn, that's how you gotta. I'm talking about they were trying to handle them.
But it gets the job done.
It do.
Okay.
It definitely do.
Tony, you know how they got Herman paying the gap insurance on his car because they kept prolonging it? Like literally, they will try you. I was like, oh no, because one thing about me, I keep a paper trail. So when you come for my paper, I'm coming for who? Y'all gonna be working for me.
And I don't want to work for that's why I think Tyson got all them topics that day. Cause both of them were fed up with playing. Tyson got that one pop. I told you me and Tyson both was still in this goddamn house, and now he was too. Me and Naya we were trying to save Tyson. Let me tell you just how ruthless both of them was together. I didn't move. The dog didn't move. And Naya didn't move. The only person that was gonna wear ass whoopings that day was gonna be Tyson because he was trying it. I tried to stop Tayama. I said, Tayama, she said, but don't you? I got this. Next thing I know, Tyson was sleeping.
No, let me tell you. I told him, I say, now mind you, I kept telling him stop. I say, I'm gonna tell you one more time. My mama say, oh no, that was already the one more.
Yo. Listen, Tyson was sleeping after they double teamed.
That my mama beat Tyson. His eyes got so big because he didn't think she'll ever beat him.
I didn't think so either.
Tell me, did she hit me with that thing too?
Yep, my mama told Tony she hit you too.
Yeah, that lady. Oh.
Let me
Go
tell
to
you.
visit her, Tony, cause you and Juicy cuss sometimes. Y'all going on
No,
over there.
Tony done visited her before. Tony done been to my mom's house. But
No
let me
better.
tell you, I took one of my friends. I took this was just like 3 days ago. I took somebody to go meet. I took a friend to go meet my mom. I was like, I'm telling you now, if my mama don't like you, I'm gonna stop talking to you right now because my mama like everybody. Needless to say, this mud did not like him. She say, Tayama, let me help you now. This gonna be problems.
Oh,
I blocked the number immediately. I don't know what the fuck the problem gonna be, but if my shorty do not like you,
rap.
you got to go. I don't even want to know what it is. I'm gonna listen to her. That's what God gave her to me for. She's saving me from blessings and bad lessons.
That's it.
She helping me with my blessings, so I ain't got to do that lesson.
If every child would believe that about their mom, the world would be in such a better place. But I'm gonna say this, Legacy: do not send me there, because I don't like to cuss a little bit. I love to cuss.
You gonna have a wide ass. You gonna have a wide ass.
Wait, let me tell you, when you see how my mom do us, when you see how quick, and y'all, I am not exempt. Y'all think I'm this big bad wolf, man. She slaps me down. She don't care if Legacy's standing there. She don't care.
Tony,
My baby daddy, my cousin.
She hit other people. I'm telling y'all, this lady hit other people.
I know.
Juicy, you gonna be in trouble, Kate. You gonna be in trouble, Kate.
Juicy smart. Juicy one of the ones. She don't have to see it for herself to know. Nah, I ain't finna do that.
Right? No, I'm good. Me and Moms, I'm gonna send her flowers. I'm gonna talk from
Juicy.
From DC.
The lady told me she was like, let me talk to him. I was like, Mom, but wait, hold on. Now, mind you, this is the first time this dude is meeting my mama. First time. This lady slapped my forehead all the way in. Now, mind you, this is a judge. I took a judge to go meet my mama. The lady took my literally her hand and like slapped my forehead at least in 2 inches. I ain't have shit else to say. Listen, if she liked you either way, I'm gonna stop talking to you because she just totally knocked my ass out in front of you. Okay.
Okay.
Today is the anniversary of my grandmother's passing, and she was that lady like your mama, and she'll smack you with a fork, a spoon, whatever she could reach. And so I done grew up that way. No, sir. I know when to fold them.
Okay, and when to walk away.
That's what I say. It's not any shame to me to be like the humble one. It's yours. It's all yours.
Wow.
Doing it.
Come on back, Tiama. Come on in the room.
But yeah, let me tell you though, but she's a very sweet lady. When I tell you, when it's stuff that might be running across my mind, I want a little bit more wisdom than you guys. I run it by her, and she just make it sound like it's just something so simple. Like, oh, baby, that ain't. And I'm like, what you talking about? I just was telling you what I was going through. That's simple, baby. That's simple. You letting the wrong stuff worry
you. Okay.
I mean like, they say that you get to a point in life when you get to those certain type of numbers, and I've seen certain things in life that older people don't worry about too much of nothing. They're going to say what's on their mind, and whatever is whatever.
That's what I be telling Don Allen.
But Tony, you almost there, so we're going to be getting a bunch of wisdom when it comes from you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's why I follow you, bro. That's why I follow you. I know you got a bunch of wisdom coming your way soon.
I was trying to find the information that you was telling me about the story you wanted to talk about.
Well, I could talk about it because I mean I don't.
No, go ahead and talk about it because I can't find anything, but we'll go ahead and talk about it anyway.
Okay, y'all. I don't know if you guys been following up on the soccer player from overseas. He's one of the richest soccer players that's in the sport, and I think he's played for Man U. And he married. He was a younger dude, and he married this lady who was a little older. And while they were married, I think they were married for maybe like 6 years, 6 or 7 years. But she something happened where a scandal came about that caused her to want to get a divorce from him. And so they got, I think, 1 or 2 kids together. But she ended up filing for divorce and everything. And when she went to file for divorce, she went and asked she wanted half of everything. And in the process of wanting half of everything, when the lawyers and the courts reached out for the information pertaining to him, they found out that he had no major asset, that he was just living off like a every other week check. And come to find out, what he did was he put all his money and his assets in his mother's name. And what happened was, by her having more money and assets in her account than he did, he ends up getting most of her money and getting to be able to get some of her assets. And a lot of people was upset about it because they know he is an athlete and that he's cutting a check, but none of his money comes to his name. Even his check from what he does in the sport doesn't come in his name. It comes in his mother's name. So it goes into her account. And he was able to walk away from the divorce with this woman owing him money and not him owing her money. And I just wanted to, see how the people feel about this, because it's finna definitely start to set a trend here in America of how things is about to be done. We are getting ready to move into an era where marriage is about to be completely obsolete, or everything when it comes to husband and wives with people who have assets and money are gonna be up on the prenuptial agreement. And I just want to see how everybody feel about what went on in that case, and how y'all feel about the moving forward of the end of being legally married.
It's funny that you mentioned this case in the situation, because I remember Juicy and I was talking about something similar to this, where putting everything in what's called your trust. Like, instead of having everything in your personal name, have everything in your trust.
Mm-hmm.
So therefore, everything dwindles through the trust. So same thing with him having everything in his mom's name. He could have did it in a trust, and have the trust pay him a weekly salary or a monthly salary. Same thing,
right?
But he trusted his mom. So either way, he still protected himself.
Mm-hmm.
I remember, but hold on for a second, Kick. I remember I was reading where his mother told him when he was getting ready to marry the woman that she didn't believe that she was just marrying him because she was in love with him, that she was marrying the status and the money that he was making. And I'm gonna be honest, I believe if he would have been here in the United States, it would have been they would have tried to finagle a way to impede and go through whatever that was like the trust and stuff. Because I remember going and watching the Dr. Dre divorce trial. Even though Dr. Dre's wife was up under a prenuptial agreement when they got married, the courts in the United States still found a way to give her $100 million. So I'm pretty sure if it would have been here in the United States, they definitely would have found a way to still impede into that trust and take a portion of that money and give it to the significant other.
I do I know other countries function different, and so I don't know if trusts go over there like they handle here. But I feel that was a smart move on his behalf to entrust his money somewhere else instead as his, because you got to be careful. And so he went blindly through love with the union with her, but he had a safeguard. And the truth more will be revealed. What's done in the dark gonna come to light. How people, your heart, you can't hide how your heart truly feels. And so she was there. It's someone else who did the same similar thing. And when the lady, they're not even famous people, but she was complaining about her husband not giving her money to go shopping, and she's like, I gotta cook every night. He talking about we don't have money for us to eat out. She's complaining he's working 2 jobs to take care of the household and he don't have time for me, but she's not working. And in her complaining, she wanted a divorce because she felt he wasn't giving
attentive
her
enough to her,
or the life that she wanted to live. And I was blown away, like how someone's supposed to give you the life you want to live. Like,
you not working.
Right. If you need some spending money, you could go cut some grass, do some deliveries in your spare time, have you some pocket change while he doing what he's doing to take care of everything. She was very ungrateful. And he granted her the divorce. But she felt by him getting the divorce, she would get half. And when it came to it, there was no half to get because he didn't have his half in his name. Everything was in his mother's name. And so the house she lived in, she thought was their house, even though he's paying the mortgage. No, it was the mother's house. So she had to move out.
Yep.
I was like, yes, because I'm not for all the fuckery. Like I'm for fairness, and I believe marriage should be a sacred thing, and we should have it. But people going about it with the wrong ideas, the wrong will. Nah, they need to get handed the hand they trying to get.
But you know what, I remember watching this lawyer, how the lawyer was talking about how the rate of divorce is pushed upon mostly by women at a 70 to 75% rate. And with the divorces in America now, and I ain't talking about worldwide, I'm just talking about in America, that 55% of the percentage of the 75% of the divorce rate is Black women. And it's not that they come with enough proof like infidelity, or they come with proof of abuse, because most people may be getting abused, but a lot of them don't take the time to call the police on their significant other. A lot of them just take it until they get tired. So, but there are people and organizations that women have, and they're called shadow organizations, that when a woman gets ready or feel like she wants to walk away from her husband, that they teach them certain tactics to do that will cause, like, make felonious calls to the police in like a 6-month period on the man, to where they can build a rapport with the police department, even though nothing has been done to them.
A paper trail.
But it's to prove that they're in fear of the individual, so that when they do file for the divorce, those cases are new and fresh, or those phone calls are new and fresh. And now she can, they can drop them tears at the drop of a dime. And now, well, I was in fear for my life, and this was and so now they end up walking away with large portions of people um income that they've worked for. Like I was reading where there was this one dude who had been saving up his life savings for by the time since he was 16. And he got married when he was 35. And by that time he had done saved a good bit of money because he was into the agriculture field. So you know, when them good farmers, they make some money and stuff. So he, by the time he met his wife, he already had money to buy his home. But where he messed up was, instead of him buying his home and already had his own house and own property before he got married, he bought the house as a wedding gift for him and his wife. They were only married for 3 years. And on the second year, he got her pregnant. By the third year, Juicy, she was filing for divorce. Tell me why the courts gave him 2 options. He could either give her the house because she got full custody of the child, or she could go ahead and they can sell it and split the cost down the middle and she get half. The house was worth $500,000. So she's finna walk away with $250,000. Let's say they sell it at $450. She's gonna walk away with $175K. He gonna walk away with $175K. And now he's also going to be stamped with child support and alimony. So now the $175K ain't the same for him, because now he got to take that money and start catching up child support and alimony. And it was just sad because he already had made this money before he got married. But it did not matter once he got married and brought it into a communion. What is a communion of both of them together? And it allowed her to get half of that child support and alimony. And alimony is supposed to be pretty much allocated to where you prove some form of infidelity, or because most people, when they walk away saying, what's the one, Juice, the irreconcilable differences, you don't supposed to be able to get alimony unless you can prove that there was infidelity in play.
Right.
But it's not the women so much. I don't blame the women for doing what they do. I blame the men, and I blame the court. And I'm gonna tell you why.
Everybody accountable.
Prenups have been around forever. When a man falls in love with a woman, he falls in love and there is no boundary to what she cannot have access to within the plethora of money or amount of things that he's willing to give away his money. But you rarely ever see a filthy rich woman marrying a regular guy without putting a prenup in the agreement.
You know, I can't say independent because I don't like that word, because we still got some form of dependency to be here in this country, you know.
Right.
So ain't nobody independent. But I was granted alimony. I ain't getting out a dime of that alimony. I ain't want it. Nigga, take care of your children. I can take care of my damn self. You need to be able to do what you need to do for you to move on and my children to be healthy and happy. I don't need you no more. I want nothing to do with you. Once I say I don't want you no more, I don't want your money, I don't want your time, I don't want your understanding, I don't want nothing. And I was serious about it. And we've been divorced. And sometimes I say to the kids, I should have took him to the cleaners. Then I gotta go pray.
And then you'll be all right. But the thing is this, the other thing, the reason I say is the court cake, because right now if the courts make a decision and they change the way that they rule on the access to money that women have through, when we're basing this off of wealthy people that are well off, because most of us ain't got shit, so it ain't none of that. But if they change the courts or the rulings in the rules and say, okay, if you don't want a divorce or if you want a divorce and you can't prove mental, physical, and verbal abuse, you can still be granted your divorce, but you're divorcing everything that comes with that man out other than his kids, to where there's no financial carry on after the divorce. Watch and see how many women don't get a divorce or don't put in for a divorce, because it's truthfully to break up the man financially, period, especially the black man. And I'm all for, if a man is beating you mentally, physically, and emotionally, and you can prove it, but just walking into a courtroom and saying this is being done to you, and the courts fall at your mercy and take the man kids from him. I've never understood how a court can look at a man like Cake say, who get up every morning and go work 2 jobs or a job and come home and is attentive to his kids and in his kids' life on a day-to-day basis, being there, going to doctor's appointments, doing his best to be in his children's lives. I don't see how the courts award the mother full custody when she's not the one who financially takes care of the kid. The kid is supposed to be in the best interest of the child. So if the mother has not worked and ain't working, then the best interest of the child would be, we talking about a father now that's in his children's lives and teaching them and showing them things. Shouldn't the courts grant him the custody of the kids until the mother can prove that she can financially take that on upon herself, and then they go to 50-50 custody? Because she's the one saying she don't want to be married no more.
That's what it should be.
Well, I don't know about that. My kids, they coming with me. And whatever struggles we gonna endure, that's what we gonna go through. I was that mom who I was a housewife. I didn't have a job. I didn't work. So I would have fell in that category of they need to go hell to no.
But you didn't also, when you walked away, Kate, you also didn't ask the courts to drag his pockets either.
No. He put himself on trial.
So that's the difference.
Yeah. I
that's
told
the total difference.
Even during that child support hearing, I was like, look, I got a brain. I'm smart enough to go get what I need to get. And I went and got a job.
That's right.
As a matter of fact, during that time, I had 3 jobs. Because I needed to make sure all ends meet. I needed income for each child. I had 3 children. So I worked 3 different jobs, collect my money, and made enough to where I could leave that area, and I took a pay cut, but I made sure their needs were taken care of. So, in fairness, Kate, how many times you see women do what you've done? Oh, I wish I could help them. I do. Because I'll be like, baby, the children will be happier. You will be happier. Your self-esteem and your integrity, your children will have more respect and love for you, seeing you do what you need to do versus dragging that man like so. So
Right.
Y'all know Sherry Shepherd, the comedian and talk show host. She married simple guys. What I mean by simple guys, they're not industry
regular
guys.
Blue collar.
Regular blue collar guys that's not in the entertainment industry. They're not comedians. They're not celebrities or anything. She married 2, divorced 2, and guess what? She's paying money to both of those guys right now to this day.
Right. But you know what they said about that, Tony? They said that the only reason that she did that was because she didn't have the look or the body to obtain any superstar status person. That's what was said behind that. What it is, Adrian?
Hey, Zeddy.
God. What's going on, my guy? But that's what they said. That's what they said, Tony. But I've been watching Cheryl Underwood since she was on Def Comedy Jam or Def Jam Comedy whichever way it was said.
No,
But I've been, huh?
Sherry Shepherd.
Oh, Sherry Shepherd.
Yeah, big titties stay
Okay,
away.
Okay.
Adrian just said also, like you experienced your father passing, his grandmother just passed.
Tell Adrian, I'm sorry, and I'm right here with you. I understand it, baby. I understand it.
Yeah, she just passed about 2 or 3 days ago. So he's also going through it.
Yeah, I understand it. But look at the frequency of that, Tony. Right now, let's just look. Now, I was looking up the other day about Will and Jada Smith about their income, right?
Mm-hmm.
Jada Smith is about, I want to say maybe like 28, 30 million strong. That's her income of what she's made over her career.
Mm-hmm.
Will Smith is about $400 to $500 million.
Right.
If she was to divorce Will and they live in California, half. And when Will had his escape route was when the infidelity came in.
But he stayed and said it was reconcilable. So now
Exactly. So now she decided to walk away. She gets half, because the day that you accept her back and don't go file and y'all try to rehash things back up again.
Wait, I thought they were in Nevada.
They may be living there, but their major home. If she goes to California and file in California, and they have a home with a lease, and she's saying that's where she's staying, that's where this lawsuit is being held at.
They have the ranch and everything in Nevada. But that's
You
where they live.
didn't hear what I said, big bro. I said if they were to call themselves separating, and she goes to the house that's in California and file for divorce, by them having a home in California, and she filed for the hearing in California, that's who has jurisdiction to hear the case. Whoever filed first is the person who has the that state or that city has the, or that town has the jurisdiction.
Hold on, let me ask Google something. Hold on.
People also sometimes ask me, where did Will Smith live most of his life? Do you want to hear the answer?
No. Calabasas, Los Angeles, California.
Half.
50%.
All he had to do at that time when this thing happened was go ahead and file for divorce. She would have walked away with nothing but her money.
Because the infidelity was on her part.
Because the infidelity was on her part. Even if you brought it up in court now, the judge would say, why didn't you file for divorce then? I wanted my marriage. Well, she don't want it now, and she gonna get half.
Apparently, because you stayed, that means you forgave her.
You forgave her.
I'll be damned if I do. I won't have.
Hey, Tony.
I would have filed and we could have been fucking.
Hey, listen. He supposed to have went on ahead and filed for divorce, got all his stuff together, and if y'all wanted to be back together again, come back with a prenup, and now we can remarry.
I think with marriages and everything going so the way they're going with women taking half and taking 50% or taking whatever percentage they're taking and get over on men these days, I think what they should do is the man and woman should get together, and if the man is the bread earner, making the majority of the coin, like you said, open up a trust, put everything in the trust name. We can still get married. Within the trust, in the will, have stipulations. If in fact, upon my death, that she's proven to be real, whoever you set aside as your executor to carry out the wishes, grant her with whatever that needs to be granted to her. But until then, everything stays the trust, It should be deviated this way,
Right.
and she gets nothing.
Right. Because I think it's not been a case I can remember. I know we got to move on where a man done that, and he knew he had pictures and stuff on his wife for cheating over years, and never and had it just set up just the way you said it, Tony. That when the will came down to it, and the will was read, and they gave her the envelope, the manila envelope with all the pictures of her infidelity, which forfeited her money and was divided amongst the kids. And the kids were grown. I think that would be a good. I think.
Hurt.
Say what? Say.
That's that hurt.
What you say? You don't wasted all this time and I made it to the end, and you at the end.
I thought you was getting away with it.
Well, on the topic that you brought up, I thought it was genius. At least that man able to get some of his money back within that sham of a marriage. That's what I thought when I heard of it.
Which one you talking about? The soccer player?
Yes.
Yes.
Because half of that money she would not have had if he wouldn't have gave it to her to start the business. So at least he gets some of his money back. I was like, the way to pimp a pimp.
But guess what was crazy on that? How many people felt like the man was wrong and that he shouldn't be trying to get none of her money in the divorce? In the divorce.
It wasn't nobody but her family members that thought.
No, it was just with black women and everybody. They were talking about it on the Breakfast Club and everything.
They're just bitter.
Bitter people.
But the top question I want to ask y'all: how I mean, within the next 5 to 10 years, when will you say, or do you feel that marriage will be obsolete?
No, I don't think it should be. I don't think it will be because I'm one of those people that I believe in marriage wholeheartedly. I believe in love. I believe in the union.
If you can make it past my mama, we could talk about it.
Yeah. Oh, well, you ain't probably gonna have a chance then. Juicy.
I'm okay with that.
Cakes.
Well, I had to go help my daughter for a second. Sorry about that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you hear what the question was, Kate?
No. Say it again.
Do you think within the next 5 to 10 years marriage will be obsolete?
And I said no because I believe in the union.
I'm not gonna speak that into existence because I want to get married again. So, and I had already in my mind said that within the next 5 years or 5 years, it's gonna take me to be able to marry because I'm gonna be finished.
You're gonna be old.
Huh?
You're gonna be old.
Old people get married.
Tell me what you mean.
Yeah, what does that mean?
I mean, nobody want to do that after. I mean, just get old together and hang out. You're just gonna be.
They get married in their 80s, 90s.
Because
they don't have nothing else better to do at their damn time.
Regardless of the reason they're getting married.
Watching the next 10 years, ain't gonna be none of that shit.
Rebuke. Tony, I don't have glass, but as I sip my tea.
You better go ahead and do it now then, because I'm telling you, y'all gonna revisit this and say that goddamn legacy was right.
Rebuke.
In the name.
Yes. Look, it's gonna be obsolete for some, but not for all.
Okay, well I believe that because there is gonna always be you and Tony that hold on. So y'all keep rebuking.
If they can't put a ring on there.
Because there's too many people who want this already.
Early in the morning, you want it. Late in the evening,
they want it. and the only reason I look at it for me when I self-evaluate my situation, I'm fully committed and dedicated to my children. And I also am fully committed and dedicated to myself. And in order to be in a marriage, I need to be able to have that moment to fully commit and dedicate to them. So in 5 years, my youngest will be 14. He will be of age that I don't have to have that full commitment to him because he's a teenager and he's already adventuring into his person. I can still be there for him, but that will free up time for me to have more time. And at that time, I'll be able to dedicate what that man needs. Because the men who be calling me today, they be a little too needy.
So I'm gonna ask this question since we're talking about marriage. Who comes first in the house?
God and then the man.
Okay, that's okay.
Right.
Tony,
And
who
for
comes
that
first?
reason, that's
You
why
say
I'm
right.
not gonna get
You
married.
right.
So again, I ask this question: if you don't have the time to dedicate to your significant other, whether it's in a boyfriend, girlfriend phase, fiance phase, or marriage phase, if you're still putting children above significant other, then it's
You're
out of order.
You're out of order.
No, but that's why I don't have nobody. Don't nobody walk through them doors. Don't nobody come on my door.
No, I ain't. No, that's called courtship. That right there, what you talking about is courtship. I'm talking about where you have already agreed that y'all are gonna create this union. Y'all are going through the phase. Courtship doesn't make you boyfriend and girlfriend. That's you getting to know somebody. Y'all hanging out, going out to get dinner, and y'all going to a movie. That's courtship. Y'all sitting on the porch talking. That's getting to know. That's courtship. Going into the phase of boyfriend and girlfriend, y'all are taking a little bit more prominent steps towards being fiance or straight into marriage.
Right. And that's why I say I give myself about 5 years, I'll be in that position ready for that. Because right now, if a man came, which when the man comes, the one who need to come here today need to understand that it's more than just me and I'm busy doing things, but their help could help me. I hate putting, and that's to me imposing upon people who don't have children, who don't have my children as children, you know. So I look at the value that, yes, that man should want, if he wants you, he should want your children. We gonna be 100% real. Men today ain't wanting to be that father type for something that ain't their child. There are
Kate, I love you, but like you just interjected about that marriage thing, I need you to understand this. Most women who have been on a journey of raising their children by themselves have already set themselves in a place of how their children move, when she feels like she needs to correct or discipline the child. If you're interjecting a man who's interested in you that does not have a problem with loving your children the way that he loves you, the way that he loved his own kid, and I'm pretty sure being who you are, you're definitely going to find out if this man was in his children's lives, because you're not going to have another man over your kids who really didn't do a damn thing for his kids. So let's say you find out this man was a father. He really did his job. Most women today cannot stand to have a man come into their homes, or they come into his home, where they themselves don't have full control of their kids, far as discipline, how to go sit down, have a damn seat, how not to play all over the house, how not to carry food all across the goddamn house and hide shit all in the closets and stuff like this. Because I'm just saying, not women like you and Tay Hummer. I'm not saying y'all will, because y'all were raised at a different level. But typically today, if you take 10 women who did not have a big mama, who did not have a mama, who did not really raise them to show them that kids should not destroy home, If you get one of these women,
Daddy in the house.
say what,
And
Tony?
they did not have daddy in their house.
And did not have a father in the house, those kids would not only tell their mother's house, but if they moved into the man's house, because there has never been any male figure of discipline, and that woman has never really had a man to discipline her kids before, she will walk away from that good man who only wants to bring about change and correction in her kids because she can't stand to see one, that man physically pop her children, because she herself and ain't no other man has done this, not even her brothers. So yes, there are some women that will accept that, but today's society of women won't accept it. And there are some men that will love your child, but in order for that man to love your child the way you're asking him to do, you have to know him, one, to trust him enough, two, to say, as long as you are going to love my child the way you love yours, then do what you got to do. Because I see you got 3 people that done graduated college. I see that I see that your children love you. They love hanging out with you and coming and mingling, doing things with their pops, whether it's a girl or a boy. But we have to understand that there are men out here that will love another man's child as long as he has reign to be able to be the father and not the stepdad.
So I'm for all that you say, and I wish that man would be that person, because my children do need some guidance from a man's perspective. I give them the best I can, but I know that I have 4 sons. My 21-year-old, he's out. He ain't coming around to get groomed because he already doing his own thing. But my 17-year-old is still at an age that he is impressionable, and he needs to see his mother and a man be a loving, healthy relationship. So it's something that I
Right.
keep here, and he does need correction from a man, because getting it only from a woman is a challenge in the future of him having respect to authority when he goes out. So I'm for that man coming and doing his part. However, the men who I'm experiencing and meeting, they are intimidated by my children, because my children are intelligent and they're intellectual. They're not just smart children. They put thought to it. They hold you accountable. And a lot of men ain't here trying to be accountable. They just trying to come in and slide in. And so that's why I say I will have to give myself I'm willing to give them time to lower my standard a little bit for that man who ain't trying to be the man, so that I at least have a man. That's truth where it is. If a man came and manned up, then he's welcomed here. But they ain't trying to. They really not. My daughter, I'm a mother who I do not feel you throw your child out. If they ain't ready, they don't have to go just yet. She turned 23 on the 1st, but she have a job. She cleans here. She does things she needs to do to the home. She not sitting here just leeching and being.
She's contributing.
She's
contributing.
She's contributing. She contributes sometimes more than me. Don't she, Tony?
Yes.
So, but I have met men who be like, she's still at the house. When you gonna tell her to move out? Why I'm gonna tell her to move out so you can move in, so that she sees you be less than. You don't, because you're gonna have to play the real role when you come inside these walls. All these walls.
Well,
all of them.
All these walls.
You gonna have to. Ain't no half stepping here. But again, in 5 years, I may be able to lower it down a little bit.
I don't think you should lower anything. I just think that for me, it's a lot harder for men, especially when you come into a home where the woman has older teens. Because at that age, most teens, especially if they don't have a mother like you and Teamo, that they know my mama will break my neck. I know he can't touch me at this moment, but my mama respect and love him, and he hasn't done anything to make my mama question him as a man, or my mama will break my neck. So I ain't gonna cross certain lines or do certain things, because you got kids out here where women do possibly have good men, but their children are so fucking bad that you got little kids that's 5 years old cussing grown men out, who that makes that man want to spank that child's butt, because he don't allow this to go on, never allow this to go on with his kids, his nieces and nephews. But here it is, he got to take this because the father may not have been in his life to taught him any better, and the mother think it's cute.
I think the beauty that I am so thankful for from the husband that I'm in, my grandfather was my step grandfather.
Mm-hmm.
This is the first time in my life he's ever been called that, just so that you understand he wasn't my mother's father. You get what I'm saying? But
right.
That's my grandfather.
Correct.
And my father was a stepfather to my sibling, to where, man, that's something that even right now we're going through. My other brothers got a little envy of how you be a father to him when you had us. He was a father to all of us. But he, like you were talking about how when you saw that your dad didn't treat you special because he loved everyone, so he was special to everyone. I came from a real man. I came from the life of real men being men and doing their role. So I have expectations of what that stepfather role is, but I don't like that word step. Like, you ain't step.
Exactly.
Only thing you doing is stepping into our life.
Exactly.
You're not step anywhere. You're not the cornerstone that we gonna step on. We're gonna build, grow with you. You the whole foundation. Right. And so I have a different way of looking at it and thinking. So yeah, I think I know it ain't a thought. I know I'll be married, but I also do, and it, who knows, someone might say hi to me tomorrow with a whole different perspective than what's been being presented. I always tell that the people who I meet, you know, I'm so thankful for meeting you, because God just is letting me know I'm very close to the next one, the real one. And I'm waiting on the real McCoy. Legacy said, let's move on, then talk another 20.
Amen. The real McCoy. That's what it is.
Say I'm gonna be quiet.
His birthday was yesterday.
Oh my God, you killing me.
The real McCoy. That he was a guy who helped produce the steam engines to go longer and travel farther in distance. He was from Canada, and when you wanted the real one, you would say, I want the real McCoy, and that's where he came. But his birthday was yesterday.
Tyson's birthday right around the corner too.
Please stop reminding my pockets. Please, totally stop reminding my pockets, man.
Well, let's go ahead and move on to the next thing, Tony.
Nutrition is the key to a healthy, strong body. Therefore, we need to take control of our health. My passion comes from my adversities, and now I'm empowering people to gain control of their health by introducing healthy snacks for life, which is filled with non-toxic, high-quality substances derived from nature. It was designed to stop the human consumption of eating unnatural sugars, so they can maintain a healthy lifestyle while snacking. Healthy Snacks for Life is diabetic-friendly, filled with vitamins, minerals, beta-carotene, proteins, fats, and more. It's a balanced alkaline mix that's crunchy, delicious, and nutritious. It's also affordable, combined with nutritional factors that our bodies needs. So do it for yourselves, do it for your children and families, and do it for others. Try Healthy Snacks for Life. Today, you will not regret it.
recently, the question was why the Brat and Jessica Judy Depart didn't want a black sperm donor for pregnancy. Well, let's talk about it. It's not that she didn't want a black sperm donor for a pregnancy, because as you guys know, they used a sperm donor. Um, they had between 6 and 8 weeks to decide to make that decision, and they went through 1,000 possible individuals. And I didn't know that when they were going through the folders, they also have the makeup, the DNA, the background, the education, everything about the guy, his picture, his family history, his traits, his likes, dislikes, his good and bad habits, everything. So, mm, so they pay extra for the extra information, according to my backstage manager. They pay extra for the additional information. Of course, the Brat got it, Judy got it, so they did. So anyway, it narrowed down to 300, from 1,000 to 300. And once it narrowed down to 300, there was only one possible black candidate in the bunch, which, according to his picture, they didn't want their child to look like that. But they also has DNA, genetics, traits. He didn't have a good background history, educational level. So there was a lot of negatives, including the appearance. So that threw him out of the 300, which left it down to 299 other. So the sperm donor actually ended up being a white male.
I find that true to believe.
And
But
hold on, let me say this also. They said also, when they had 1,000, there still wasn't enough black people that were donating. So you have 1,000, but you may only have 20 black people that are donating. So a lot of black men aren't into going to skeet in the cup. They feel they want to go skeet directly in the pussy.
Amen.
And that's not how it works. You know, you do it in the cup. They chill it or whatever. They freeze your semen or whatever, and then they later inject it into you. But you know, you just don't. I guess you just don't find black men that's willing to do it that route. So go ahead, Juicy. What you're gonna say?
You know, I guess that might be the way to look at it. I didn't look at it as a sense it's not enough for contributing into the bank. I was looking at it as that in their qualifications, because when you go to see about a donor, you put down what you're looking for. Right. And so in the qualifications, there was only one black man that met the standards that they had. The rest of them didn't. That's how I understood it.
No, there was more black men in the 1,000 pool when they.
No, we're talking about 300. When they got down to the
down to 300, yeah, it was only one left.
There was only one left. And in the 1,000 pool, that was in a generalization of he walks, he talks, he has this, he has that. Now, when they narrowed it down to the final selection of, but these are the ones that fit closest to what our preferences are, there ended up only being one man that was black. And then I think they said he looked like Jimmy the Cricket or something. Yeah, and I was like, you know, one, I get you don't want your child to be ugly. I understand that. But then at the same time, I'm not going to say that because I have mixed children in my family. So I don't have a problem with having mixed family. But if they had an opportunity to have a black child, I don't think the looks should have been the reason that they did not have a black child when that black person met all of those still requirements that the white people had to offer.
Correct. So correct me. If you listen, first and foremost, I'm gonna be shallow as hell. I hate to tell you, I'm gonna be shallow than a mother. If you look like Jimmy the Cricket, I'm not gonna set my child up to follow. No, sir. No hell. I'm gonna take the white man. Can I have the white man for 5,000, Mr. Alex? That'll be one day. Tell you, I'm gonna go follow the white man. Let's go, brother. Come on.
So you're
Either
saying,
way
wait,
it go, if I'm a black woman and I have that child, guess what? That baby black. No matter how much white sperm to
That's
help the
that's not
baby.
that's not the truth. That's not a true statement.
That is the whole truth, boy.
I
If you
understand that.
got a pinch of black, you black.
That's not how tenses and things like that rate. It's whatever the man is in the relationship. If you got a, even though they don't want, even though they say one drop of blood makes a child black, and when it comes to senses and numbers, they say whatever the child's father is, not what the child's mother is.
Let me tell you,
That's
I hate to tell you, in all my 40 damn years, I knew if I was ever gonna have sex with you without a condom, based on if my baby had this mother face, would it be a face that I want to see every day? So if you ever dated me, because don't get it twisted, not everybody I dated was like, oh my God, this nigga is fine. Oh, he was cool, whatever. But Boo Boo Kitty, if we never got pregnant, I never tried to take out that condom. You already knew, bitch. I wasn't even trying to have your bloodline in me. Like, I'm going to keep it a buck. Then my mom was like, so Tama, this with Tyson. So what if he come out looking like the mama or the brother? I say, well, I'm glad that my daddy made me secure enough to where I can fix whatever need to be.
damn, damn, boy, this shit here tough.
let me
This
Listen,
shit
ask
here tough.
let me,
I'm
let me
with
ask you a
him.
question.
Honey, if I gotta pick between Jiminy Cricket or the white man, yo,
But
all the
Let
way
me ask,
live, I got another mutt
let me
strong.
ask you the same question I'm asking Legacy, Juicy, Tama. So if it got down to the last five selections,
Yes.
a black man, a white man, or a black man, two white men, a Puerto Rican, and Chinese, all got the same education level, intelligence, background, went to Harvard, Yale, Princeton, all the Ivy League schools, all of them got master's, doctorate degrees. Family members is on the board of directors for just Ivy League family members, doctors and lawyers throughout the family, doing a damn thing in the community. And the black man looks like Jimmy the Cricket, but all five is equal.
Tam already answered that for you.
She said she's gonna pick the white man. Okay,
Right.
so what about
I'm
you
gonna
and
pick
Juicy?
anything that don't look like Jiminy Cricket. Cause normally, y'all, I'm finna educate y'all. Normally, when
Okay.
you really have a really different looking person, them different strong genes done traveled a long, long ways to where if you go back, because normally ugly people make a cute baby. But being that ugly thing keep creating and creating, your genes ain't gonna stand a chance. They
Well,
strong.
Jeanette said
Walk
she don't.
away.
Jeanette
Walk
said she don't like
away.
Jimmy Cricket.
Jeanette say what?
That what?
Jeanette said she know a guy like Jimmy Cricket, and all his children look like baby crickets.
That's why I said, let me educate y'all. Sometimes if you go and you meet his mama, sister, brother, and they all look alike, them genes are so strong. You best to believe I'm gonna give my baby the best option possible.
Well, let me
I
let me let me hold on. I ain't got a change yet. I'm gonna say this from a man to and what is called in vitro fertilization.
Mm-hmm.
Um, why one reason black men don't do a lot of donating sperm is because one, from just my congenital clot of sperm, a person can take and do anything they want to do with my DNA at that point in time. So I'm not big on going and dropping nothing in no sperm. I don't give a damn if that woman can have no goddamn baby. The Brat and that other lady know millions of wealthy men in their community. They know Puff Daddy, they know Jermaine Dupri, they know all type of individuals
Nick
that,
Cannon.
You named all
huh,
crickets. You named all
that,
crickets.
that are not crickets that could have went to a black man and say, listen, I'm never coming at you for no child support. I got my own bags. All I want is I've seen you over the years that your kids come out looking nice. I want to have a nice looking child. So I want to know if we can, use your sperm to make a baby. This has nothing to do with you. You ain't never got to see this child. All I want is the sperm so we can have a child.
They
These
didn't
women,
they didn't want the chance of the child knowing the daddy or the daddy knowing the child.
but all of that may be true.
And let me
But
tell you, a lot of black men ain't with just leaving their jet out on the street like that.
there are,
Contrary to
we're
popular
talking about,
belief.
but we're talking about a lot of black celebrities and young niggas that these people do know that wouldn't have mind speeding and said, okay, I'm cool with that. But instead, they decided that they was gonna go through this gene pool. Let me tell you why they went through this gene pool. One, they also feel that the vast majority of white men are way more intelligent than black men. That is the truth on that. That's how they really felt. And they are trying, just because that man made it to Howard or made it to Stanford or made it to Princeton or Yale or Cornell or whatever, doesn't mean that generations don't jump to where his sister may have been dumb as a brick, but he was smart. So it doesn't mean that because you got his Ivy League history that your child is going to come out being an Ivy League individual. He could get his grandfather DNA from back then where he wasn't nothing but a sharecropper and all you know how to do was pluck corn. So this had a lot to do with they were what was I wouldn't want to call them that, but I'm gonna have to call them. They just were they're basing their decision off of looks. And ain't nothing wrong with wanting to have
Let,
beautiful kids. Hold on. Ain't nothing wrong with people having beautiful kids. But you had a plethora of black people that you probably knew that you could have went and choose from, and they probably would have worked with you. Now, had she got on here and said, we went and talked to some of the individuals that we know, we went and talked to a few men that we've dated in life, and that they were nice looking guys, and they're not married, and we asked them, we went to a bunch of black men who was up there in status that we knew, and they all denied us, then yes, go through the pool. But at the same time, don't come out saying that black men don't skeet in cups because you ain't worried about it. You probably look just in your city. You didn't go to every city in the United States of America looking for in vitro fertilization. You probably choose from a couple of people that's inside of Atlanta and made a decision that that's where you was gonna look at.
okay, first of all, with Jessica Dupart. Jessica Dupart have 3 kids, and
Yes,
they
you do.
all from a black man.
Right.
So that can't be the case that they just felt that, oh, a white man is smarter. The black man was too fucking ugly. Ain't nobody finna chance they kid on being a
But
little mongrel.
I ain't just talking about Jimmy the Cricket. They said it was a bunch of black men in it
Let me tell
from the
you,
beginning.
it could have been some Spanish, some Indians. They got looked over too.
I'm not talking
If you
about what
want
I'm
the
talking about
smartest
is
freaking baby and the cutest mixed black babies, you better go get you an Asian. That's
see,
when the shit get exotic and real motherfucking cute. So
but
let's
that's
be
what I'm
clear.
saying.
I know a lot of mixed ugly
They
babies.
base it off of looks,
Listen,
future
because you
looks.
have a baby by a white man don't mean you finna have a cute baby.
And
And
it doesn't mean
don't mean that
and
baby
their
ain't gonna
other
come out with
criteria
Down syndrome and all the rest of that.
that they use was smart and that like to read books and this and this and that. Just because that man has built himself up to like those things doesn't
But let
necessarily.
me tell you.
I gave you a whole list, Legacy. I gave you a whole list. It was the health, the history, the
But listen,
background, the
let me tell
family.
you what screws me up with that, Tony.
Go ahead, Tay.
Normally, people that go to skeet in these cups, they going for money.
Yes,
So, how much did your baby daddy have going that he need to go skeet in a cup to get a couple of dollars?
yes.
I digress.
It's called
That's just a
a
question.
pastry. It's called a pastry dish.
Mhm.
That's just my thing. So I wouldn't trust
People don't just walk up into the sperm bank and say, "Oh, I just feel like blessing the world today with these 3.5 million sperm cells that I'm finna release."
Some
exactly.
do.
Say what, Tony?
Some people do.
Yeah, but it ain't at that level. And like Thelma
Let me,
say, they not doing it for free.
That's what I was just saying. The men, the black men, is not at that level. They're not going to skeet in this cup or skeet in this dish or whatever.
no, let me tell you, Tony, when you're in college and they need a little bit of money, just like people go donate blood,
Plasma.
those are the ones that's giving up their sperm. But in my mind, I would literally think 4 times over because you really think these people are really looking up your history like they say they are. You going
No,
now? You ever seen on the movie when the man going into the sperm bank and he bring up all this stuff off of what was the show with Marlon Wayans and his brother?
White chick.
No, when they had the TV show,
Or the Wayans brothers.
the Wayans brothers. Remember when the lady went into the sperm bank? She was finna have a baby because D
You talking
wanted a
about,
baby so bad.
you talking about D.
And she went in there, and one of the neighborhood flunkies was in there, and they called him
Yeah.
Doctor Something. This fool wasn't even a doctor. Listen, I think twice about all of that.
I just think Thelma made to me, she made a valid point. Nobody really, they don't, first of all, they ain't paying you. I know people go get plasma 3 times a week around here in West Palm Beach for
Hmm.
$30. I looked up what is plasma worth in the field of people using plasma. Just the quart, because they get back this much plasma at you.
Mm.
$2,000 a bottle.
hmm
They're paying these people $35 every time they come up in here. Like Thelma said, if you're going in there donating plasma at $35 a watt, it don't matter if you Tarzan, Billy D. Williams, Denzel Washington. If you're in there, you're in a bad state.
some of them.
Why are we in here donating plasma for $35 if we ain't in a good state?
Some people are.
I don't know if you ever gave plasma, but everybody in there that's donating plasma ain't in a good position.
You're in the hood. You're in Real Beach. Yes, I
I
agree.
done went to the, I done had
Y'all
to take my
retarded.
cousin. Listen, I done had to take my cousin to the one in Royal Palm. I done had to take him to the one in Wellington where the white folks at. And it's full of people in there that ain't in good position. That's why they ain't there getting the money.
I just hope when I saw it on Facebook, I said I hope they don't get sold a dream. And this man got all type of bull stuff going
And
on, and then they
tell me,
got to pay worse.
what if they create the super, because now you got black in you and your daddy white, and he really Marilyn Manson or Ted Bundy, and now you done made him super nigga.
All I know is he came out of fine coochie. That's all I can say. I don't give a damn about the daddy, but boy, the brat being fine, and boy, she has a real cute coochie too.
You
So
saw it?
no lettuce there,
You saw
none.
it?
Yes, it is
Well, I
no
mean,
lettuce there.
the only man that I've known the Brett to have was Allen Iverson. So
Um, Al- she dated Allen Iverson. She dated Kurt Frost, Rashida husband.
yeah,
Rashida
I heard that.
trying to kill that bitch.
So she might ain't had but two wick walkies in her,
Three,
other than Chris Cross and Jermaine Dupri.
three. She went to prison behind her first love. But either way it go, if that baby get anything from his mama, which normally boys trait after their mama, aka I stole both my sons' faces. That baby got a pretty ass mama. Period.
You do.
Well,
Well,
guess
let's
what?
journey on. Let's journey on to from the don't want to take penis and let the real penis impregnate you crew.
I love this, y'all. I love this.
I can't see it because I got words in front of it. I can't see it.
It says Nelly and Ashanti back together 10 years after breakup report.
Yeah, they dated back in 2003 up until 2013. They dated for about 10 years. They called it quits for whatever reason back then. And now after nearly a decade, they decided to get back together and try love for the second time. Here they are, Nelly. Nelly surprised Ashanti with a surprise birthday party. And that was October 13th in Atlanta, Georgia.
2012.
Let's be clear. These two have been rumored to hunch throughout the years, even though they was with other people.
Oh, is it allegedly?
Yeah, you heard me say rumored.
Okay. Well, guess what? Shad Moss has something to say about it, which is Bow Wow. Bow Wow says, "Yo, Mo, I know we don't see eye to eye, but really, from a little brother to a big brother, stop playing and marry this woman, bro. You like what, 50 years old? Sit your old ass down. That's your queen, according to Bow Wow."
And he know it.
Man, and Bow Wow don't sit his ass down somewhere.
Why your push forehead always gotta come in with this foolishness? I'm gonna tell my
Listen,
mama
man.
to push your damn forehead in.
Read that. I can't see the top of it.
It says again after breaking up nearly a decade ago, sources confirmed to the outlet that the couple has reunited and is making the best out of their situation after being spotted together at the boxing match last month between Devontae Davis and Ryan Garcia. Nelly and Ashanti are back together, and both of them are very happy. Relayed one source on ET. Nelly and Ashanti are really enjoying their time together. I mean, I'm not against it. I don't have nothing against. I like both of those individuals, but like I say, I mean, I mean, it just ain't. I mean, if it happens, it happens. It's great. It's great. But I mean, after what I remember, it was I think it was just last year when we were showing when they was doing a lot of the versus battle, and Ashanti Nelly came out and said something while Ashanti was on stage, and he whispered something to her, and neither one of them said at the time what Nelly said to Ashanti, but later on she came out and was pretty much smearing him and making him look like a little simp with what he supposed to have accepted had said to her. And that was just, it was just something that I'm like, if y'all like each other, do your thing. I'm for it. I ain't against love, period. Especially black love. But
Yes, now you talking.
it's okay with, I think when people do things, as much as I think Jay-Z is one of the greatest rappers ever lived. Or greatest rapper alive right now.
Put him in
One of them.
time.
But I like how him and Beyonce pretty much keep their business from being so public. I like the fact that everything about your life does not necessarily, because neither one of them are rapping no more, singing no more. They're just ex-figurehead superstars at the time. Just live your life and stop trying to be, and I'm not saying that you're necessarily going out doing stuff to be talked about. But being out in the public and people seeing y'all together, it's going to be a talk. So enjoy life. Try not to be so much public because people love to be in your business. Nobody should have been talking about this shit on the social media. But guess what? It happened. We back here talking about them again. They break up a year from now. People gonna be talking about Nelly ain't had no goddamn business with it in the first place. I don't think people need to go through that. Just keep your business to yourself.
And if a year from now they break up, guess what? We're gonna be talking about it again right here on the ATL show. Because it's hot. It's getting hot in here.
And she done already took off all her clothes.
I was waiting for you to say that.
Are you mad that she ain't take them off for you, baby?
No, too many niggas done beat off in her throat and in a vagina cap for me.
Oh my God.
I don't really want to.
Nick Cannon addresses the claims that he fumbled Mariah Carey. During something episode of the Daily Cannon Show, Cannon's co-host Courtney B. Bledsoe alleged that the father of 12 dropped the ball by getting a divorce from the Songbirds Supreme. Did I explain to me how I fumbled Mariah? To which Bledsoe responded, "Well, alleging she was playing. I don't know. I just know you're not with her, so that's a fumble." Cannon chimed in, adding that maybe he was the prize in the relationship and maybe she fumbled him.
See, this is what I love, and I can respect Nick on this standpoint. T, let me tell you something. Some men, marriage is not for them. Some women, marriage is not for them. And we know that most superstars and stuff have to marry certain type of ways. It seems to be in the industry that makes them relevant. Mariah ain't out here hollering and crying about she's not with Nick, and Nick ain't hollering and crying about he's not with Mariah. So
Right.
why did either or have to fumble anything when they both happy and going on about their lives? It's us.
And they're good co-parenting together.
Right. It is us that make things happen. But just because one other man may value a woman at a certain level doesn't necessarily mean that another man values her the same way, or the woman value him the same way, vice versa. But don't make it seem like this man has lost and quit being something great like he's always been in life because he's no longer with Mariah. He's doing what he wants to do with his life. Now, if the man would have fell off the wagon, became an alcoholic or a goddamn crackhead or a flockerhead or something like that, heroin addict, then you make that statement. But he hasn't done that. So why is it that this person who brought this to his attention would try to make it seem like he's no longer relevant in life because he let Mariah go? No, that's not the case. This man is still Nick Cannon and doing what he want to do in life.
Yep. Cannon is still making it happen.
I agree.
So if you were to say that one fumble, which one would you say fumble?
I couldn't say that neither fumble because the children are not lacking. The children may be lacking a little more from Nick because by him having 12 kids now compared to when they had what, 2 or 3.
So
And he don't have the energy or the attention to give them like he was doing when he was in the same household. I would have to say that the kids, he fumbled the attention with his kids as much. But as long as both the parents are doing and putting forth and financially taking care of their kids and they're going about life doing what they're supposed to do to set forth a future for their children, and Mariah ain't out here on the mainstream media to my he ain't taking care of his kids, he right here popping 12, 13 babies out these women put, and all of a sudden now she complaining about it. Now we have to reevaluate it. But right now, ain't nobody dropped the ball. Everybody playing their part and doing what they got to do in their everyday life. So nobody fumbled.
I agree. I so agree.
Ain't got nothing to say. He ain't say nothing wrong yet. But we'll wait for it.
Because you know out of his mouth.
Because I know she was waiting to see if I was going to attack Mariah. There is nothing to attack anyone about. They're living. And if we stop worrying about who dropped the damn ball, we'll have a ball in our home.
Well,
Y'all know I can give a damn about and one of them celebrities. Honey. Cause you ain't gotta drop the ball with me, bitch. I'm finna take the whole ball to where you ain't got nothing to even dribble to drop it.
All right, the
And,
minister said missionary Talma has spoken.
and you just let her talk. And you just let her talk any kind of way on this show. You just
But
let her.
you know I'm telling the truth. He can't. What he gonna do? Tell me to go opposite when all of us know that's the truth. All you gotta do is show Tay out you moving the way that she don't like, and she be like, you know what? What we finna do is, being that I don't need eat motherfucking thing from you. I don't want to deal with you. I don't need to see you. I don't need nothing from you. We good. So, am I lying or nah? How long you was with me and my family? Baby,
You are definitely telling the truth.
I literally told my mother on down to my siblings, if y'all think y'all gonna talk to this person and I brought him around y'all and I told y'all I'm done, watch how I cut off y'all ass with them. On God.
So when you break up
And
with him,
one sound.
you don't want the man to come around. He can't talk to your mama or nobody no more.
Nobody.
That's
Once I
that's a
say,
question I want
listen,
to ask. Yeah, that's a good question.
let
That's a
me,
good topic.
I say I'm done, and I give you my reason why I'm done, and you don't rock with me, you better rock with him all the way and know that your ass is cut off too. Figure out how you want it.
I'm with you too, T. And I've had that experience to
No matter,
where my mama felt it.
give him no information about my son. You better not give him my new home address. You better not give him a piece of water if that bitch out there sweating about to pass the fuck out.
Yeah, I need to do a topic on that because that's true. That reminds me of that song. Where was it Deborah Cox and Ariel? We can't
How
be
did you
friends.
get here?
I know
No,
we
we
can't be.
can't be friends. We
I'm
can't be
feeling like
friends.
you went
Yeah.
over to mom's. I saw your car there. You know what's your car doing at mom's house?
But why do that person got to stop being mom? Because you and her, they built their own personal relationship.
Let me
Well,
tell you,
I'm gonna answer that for you,
it
Tim.
depends. Listen, it
So
depends.
it'll make that
Depends
sense.
on
So let
what
me
made me
say,
stop dealing with you. If I realized that everything about you was nothing but straight usury for your game, baby, all bets are out. Once I turn you enemy, I'm one of the worst people you could ever date. We either break up and we break up on mutual terms, and we good, we cordial. Whenever I see you, it's nothing but love. But if I break up with you on some foul, disloyal ass shit, and I stop dealing with you as even a friend, if you're not my friend, you ain't nothing else to my family. You heard my
I
jig?
said bye.
My son. Did you hear my oh? Don't play
So,
with me.
and why it should be that way, legacy, because family is supposed to be your people. That's your blood, your love, and that's something you brought to the table.
Your
And
tribe.
right, and when that person wrongs you in any kind of way, they just tried you and your tribe. Because one, they tried you, and then they also said to your tribe, we don't care how you feel about her, we gonna do her any kind of way. Or him, it don't matter who it is. So at that point, that tribe need to feel the same way and look at it like, nah, you either with me or against me. I strongly feel that once the relationship has gone sour, because not all relationships go sour, not all relationships end enemies. But when it gets to that extent, there needs to be a divide. Um,
I'm
and
gonna say this. I'm gonna say this. If there was physical abuse, I can see that. If there was,
Whatever abuse.
abuse.
Whatever.
Don't
hold
even
on.
classify the abuse.
I let
Abuse.
I let y'all say what y'all said. Now let me say what I gotta say.
You trying to classify it.
No, because that's what they just did.
She
They
said
just said if they're still friends. They said
no.
if they're still friends.
What she said. She said if it goes sour. So
And
that
I'm
means
trying to clear up sour for me.
oh, I thought the world knew what that meant.
No, just
Okay.
because something went sour for you don't mean it went sour for me. So
Okay,
I'm gonna help you
let's hear his definition of sour, y'all.
if I'm cool with anybody. See, I understand relationships, and I understand also that just because if a nigga dog my sister out physically, emotionally, and that's what that was, then I'm probably gonna be at his head because I didn't like how he mistreated my sister or my mama or my brothers. I'm probably gonna be at his head because I don't like it. But if in the relationship they just couldn't get along and they argued all the time and it wasn't about him cheating, it wasn't about that, they just didn't get along and the relationship didn't make it. I'm not gonna stop being okay with him because you no longer want him no more, or he no longer wants you no more. If I use about 5, 8 years of me calling somebody brother-in-law, friend, and all of this, and that, yes, he was introduced to me due to the fact that you brought him to me. But outside of that, guess what I done done? I done hung out with this man. I done chilled with this dude. We done did some business. We done cut yards together. We done hung out, and he became like a brother to me. All relationships don't have to cut ties. Just like when y'all say just because a woman and a man break up don't necessarily mean that they can't be cordial when they can't have a friendship. That's the
Okay, and
same
that's what we
thing.
said, but we said if it goes sour. And
Right. You didn't
you
call
gave us
sour.
some stuff that still wasn't sour.
Yeah, that's not sour.
So
Yeah. I
so
shit.
so
I
you
done been with somebody
so
and they
physical.
cheated and we still was friends. We still rock tighter than me and any motherfucker out there. So cheating don't qualify to Tayama. Does not qualify
See,
as something to
cheating to
where I
me.
would never
That's
talk to
why I
you
said. That's
again.
why I said. That's why I had to give you my definition of sour, because cheating to me would be sour.
Shit, you cheat. See, you got to realize with the type of brain that I have, you cheat on me depending if your bitch bad enough for me to want to fuck that bitch. I'm gonna fuck her too, just to let you know, bitch. I got one up on you, and that hoe still know I'm doing it better than you. So that wouldn't even be the case with me. So I told you straight up, if I felt that your ass was disloyal on some disloyal shit that like what most people worry about, fuck that cheating shit. If I bond with you and I trust you regardless, we could get over anything. But if your word ain't your bond and everything about you is twisted inside, I can't fuck with it. And once I tell my mom and them, okay, I broke up with such and such and such, but we still cool, we good. But once I come back and be like, listen here, I'm no longer fucking with this nigga. Everything is blocked. It's not coming unblocked. I'm not gonna have my jit around this person. This not gonna be this. And you're going to respect my wishes. Or I'm gonna throw your ass in that trash with him. How you wanna roll? You tell me what it is that you want, but I already told you what's required to stay around me. You have no choice once I done let you know that gutter that I'm done with that. So you're gonna be done, or your ass gonna get in that bucket with him.
And still be done.
Still be done, well cooked. She good.
You know, man, you're gonna have a discussion after this, right?
You always want to have a discussion with me, and then you know I'm not gonna change. So I don't know why you playing. That's like
No,
me
no,
getting
no, no,
to
because
my lettuce lips.
I'm gonna
Hey
bring
look,
something back to your recollection.
hey look. If your ass ain't gonna eat the lettuce, don't give me no pressure on how I'm not gonna let my foot off this nigga neck. Correct?
Well,
Okay.
amen,
So when
amen,
you start eating lettuce, I take my foot off that nigga neck. To then, that pressure
amen.
gonna be realer than a motherfucker.
Yes, ma'am.
Ladies, you let us down?
Did you hear her say when I start eating lettuce, not when I stop? She said start.
I'm clarifying.
You're gonna have to get that old wax out your ear. She said start.
I might need to hear you. Come on.
Hey, you know, legacy of making an excuse on the bitch. Oh,
I embrace
my baby mama just called me. Something wrong with Naya. I gotta go. Hey, he'll send a text to one of us to call his phone like it's an emergency appeal.
Well, if that was a secret that I would probably do, I damn sure can't do it if they watching it on the podcast.
Nope, you stuck with that lettuce. Bon appetit, bruh.
Okay.
Nah, bro,
We
I
got
get you up out of it.
we got anything else we need to discuss, T?
Not on my end. You got
All
anything
right,
to
well,
do?
Tony is doing all the catering for my baby birthday party. Him and Jeanette gonna cook up all the hors d'oeuvres and all that.
so you're basically saying that Jeanette gonna do all that because Tony ain't doing a goddamn thing.
He's gonna make sure it tastes good.
Yes, he's the taster. What you mean? My bro be doing a lot of work.
I made the pork chops the other night.
Mm.
But you ain't cooked in 7 years.
Look, but them oxtails,
Jeanette,
you some.
Jeanette,
Ask Jeanette, did she make homemade cake?
who made the pork chops?
I said, who made the homemade cake?
No one in this house.
Anyway, that's a lie.
I just
Jeanette,
made the homemade cake on Monday.
Hold on, wait a minute. My bestie can make homemade
Jeanette
anything.
make homemade cakes. Thank you.
Just because the cake was made at home, don't make it homemade.
That's the only way it can be
My bestie
homemade.
went to culinary school, so my bestie could cook anything.
Thank you.
Bestie is Junior. He could make a homemade cake. Jeanette,
And Jeanette makes homemade cakes too.
that cake said add water and 2 eggs.
Did you add anything to it other than your mouth?
Why is you throwing my baby Victoria's Secrets out here in this atmosphere?
And just because you added 2 eggs and a cup of water don't make it homemade.
Well,
Just
put
cause you added meat to a frying pan don't mean that you made the meat.
All I can tell you,
Oh,
that homemade pot, what it is, box cake was banging.
Banging.
Hey, Kia.
Hey, Miss Kia, we appreciate you coming in, but we finna go on and get up out of here too, girl. Listen, y'all, it's that time. We gotta go ahead and close out. Y'all know what it is. We appreciate you guys coming to the ATL world, the ATL land. We're gonna bring out the juiciest cakes in the business. Jew Cake, let them know.
You can find me here every Tuesday and Friday on the ATL show. Facebook, Nicole Purse, Instagram, Miss Beautiful, and TikTok is Juicy Cake. You can hit me up on my website. Yeah, my website for all your homeopathic wellness.
All right. Y'all know, hit her up.
Good night, beautiful.
What it is, Miss Eccles. But listen, we're gonna go ahead and bring the boss lady up, the one that caused all the ruckus and all the hell on this show. Tyson's mama, Light Bright, let them know.
I love the way you say that, but I am the first person you gonna call if something go wrong. Okay? So you talk all that shit you want to, okay?
We're on the
Anywho,
air.
you guys definitely go to justintimeaccessories.com. That website is up and it's popping. It is working and she is ready for you to come shop. So make sure you go visit justintimeaccessories.com. But if you want to see your girl in my every like day-to-day action, you can see me on Facebook at Tayama01, Instagram Tayama01. Pretty much. Kisses. Bye, y'all.
All right. Y'all know what time it is. It's time to bring the one, the only, the boss man, the one that gives us this platform other than God, to be up here on this, entertain you guys, to do our thing, to share company with one another from far, near, and away. The one that allows us to be in this ATL world, ATL land, painting my side, painting the ass, my brother, Mr. AB. Let them know.
I'm yours truly, Mr. Anthony Brown. You can find me on all social platforms, all social media. That's Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube under Anthony Brown or The Anthony Brown Show. Please follow my Facebook page is Anthony the Writer. And words to live by, you got to grind until you shine.
All right. That was short and sweet. But y'all know who I am. the one and only Legacy the Great. And I just want to thank y'all for tuning in. We're getting closer to those 20,000 viewers. Shooting for 200,000. That's what we're aiming for. Well, I'm Legacy the Great. You can find me on here in the ATL show on Tuesdays and Fridays, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can also find me, Legacy the Great, on Facebook up under Dream Williams, YouTube, Legacy the Great. My email account is legacyunlocked@mail.com. Also, you can hit me up on my cell phone for business purposes only, for filing of motions, anything dealing with the court pretty much. I do say I have a reasonable fee, and I will fight like a mad dog. And also for advertisement and things of that nature, you can reach me at 229-630-7615. Thank you for coming. I just want to tell everybody, be prepared, as Tony and Juicy probably going to both try to say they rebuke for the changing of the guard, or when people don't want to be married anymore, especially men, because women out here marrying for money. So for those that do have it, see, I ain't got none, so I ain't got that headache to worry about. But for those that's out there,
you can work, and I take it out your paycheck every 2 weeks. No pressure.
Don't speak that into others. I ain't got none now.
Yeah, at this second.
Because I rebuke your brokenness too.
Well, brokenness is a state of mind, but I just because I said it don't mean I believe it.
Thank you. Just because he said it don't make me believe it. You heard him.
So we're gonna go ahead and get up out of here. Kate, you know it.
28 grams of moss, 28 grams of moss. Little people the kings, little people the kings. Y'all ain't ready for this, y'all ain't ready for this. Yeah. I'm the champion, I'm the champion, don't know why you can't wanna wait to be with the sweet just to give you cats a chance to eat. What you got for early didn't finish the plate. Now that I'm back, you rap cats are gonna have to wait. Been gone a whole year, still nobody got the leadership or the heart to even feel my spot. I'm the champion, must I say it again? The best in this rap game, and I continue to win. See, I'm allergic to that. Losing makes me sneeze. That's like you phony rap cat, I'm about to make it squeeze. Bring your whole crew, nigga, I'ma swallow that. So when it pops off, A&T is on a holler back. It's 28 grams, nigga. I've been running this shit. So anything in front of me can fuck around and get hit. I follow you rap cats, so you niggas my sons, and I'm the truth. Wow, cause I'm the motherfucking champion. I'm the champion. I'm the still rep the A&T, but I carry my throne. God bless this child that been holding on. And I am that child, as you niggas can see. Cause ain't another rapper out here better than me. And this goes to anybody trying to steal my spot. I'm number one in this shit, so number one you not. So when you can't scream, y'all is the best, I laugh. Like really, you cats don't really know the half. You do the math, and that's yourself who really great. Then add it up and watch it equal up to 28. So that's the little cats know who really the done. I'm overall, I let you niggas fight for number one. See, I put that on my life, put that on my son. Gotta stay the best of people licking trade love. In my throne and I'm the key. You can put that on my heart and I'm the God. Cause I'm the motherfucker.